Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Anti-Guru and the Other Guy. My name is Vinny. I'm a teacher speaker at the Golden Triangle Academy. I got the other guy over there. He's a builder, he's a developer, he's an investor. And combined, we got over 80 years or close to 80 years in real estate investing, building, developing, you name it, we've been a part of it. And this podcast, like we talk about, is about no BS. We're giving you the honest truth about real estate, what's happening in the markets, and anything that you can think of, and any questions that you have, we are glad to answer. So, other guy, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I'm glad we finally hooked up here in Florida.
Yeah. How is sunny Florida? Nice?
Yesterday was beautiful, not so much today. It's
Right.
a little cloudy.
Well, it's better than that. I used to have a
But
place. I owned a bunch of places in Florida, so
Low
I used to love
70s,
it.
though. Low
It's still
yeah.
nice. Still nice.
Yeah.
Well, the people don't care about you in Florida, and they don't care about me in the suburbs of Philly. Let's give them what they want to talk about. All right, Guru.
Well, see, if they go to the Golden Academy,
the Golden Triangle Academy. The Golden Triangle Academy.
They could be in Florida a lot too, here and there.
Yes,
see,
they
that's
can.
The road to wealth.
That's right. Road to prosperity. All right, Guru. Yeah. What do you want to talk about today? What do you got on your mind?
I'd like to give an update on this realtor
the lawsuit. The lawsuit. Yeah, boy, there is a lot of talk.
There's a lot coming out.
All right, so all right. Hold on. So you're going to give us an update on the lawsuit. Is that right?
Correct.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
well,
a little tidbit.
All right. Well, guess what? The floor is all yours. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, anyway, they say that commissions will fall as much as 30% in the future.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And then the agent,
30%. Okay, hold 30%. On now. Why?
And wait a minute, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
And it will thin out 80% of the herd. That's what the
Wait, how much of the herd? Wait. How much?
80%.
Wow. That's so 80%. Well, you know what?
20% only does the business.
Okay, right. Well, you know what? That was kind of like in 2008 when the mortgage broke, when the mortgage business collapsed. Hell, we lost 90% of the mortgage brokers, but that was a good thing.
Oh, really?
Because there was, yes, trust me, there were so many bad mortgage brokers out there. That was a good, that got rid of all the bad ones. So that was a good.
The 90s? The 90s?
Close. Well, what the banking commission told me is that 90% of mortgage brokers, I'm not talking about the big guys. I'm talking about the small shops. Okay. And I was a small shop myself, I guess you could call it. You know, we had people that worked for us, but we were a smaller shop. 90% of those small shops went out of business. And in my opinion, though, that was a good thing. And what's happening now is you're saying the same thing that 80%, what they're saying, 80% of the business is going to go away. Is that what you're saying?
No, 80% of the agents are going to go away.
Yeah, okay. So they're going to get rid of the dead wood. So basically the heavy hitters are going to survive, kind of like what we did. We were still around.
Well, the average agent, by the time they pay all their fees, only makes about $32,000 a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now
I didn't know that.
You'll see some conflicting reports, 50,000.
But
even if it's halfway, 35, 40, because you have to understand, there's a lot of stiffs out there. They get one or two listings a year, and they take it away from the full-time people.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And it says, and I'm reading it here, Remax and Anywhere Real Estate were named as defendants. They settled.
Really? Remax settled.
Paid this one that was named in the lawsuit in Missouri.
Okay.
They paid $140 million to settle the suit.
Wait, they paid $140 million.
The specific agencies. Yeah, we're not talking about the NAR.
Okay.
That's where the $1.8 billion comes in, and
right.
It's going to probably expand to $5 billion.
Well, right. But, I agree. This is probably the first shoe that's falling.
Oh,
there's more to follow.
and similar suits were filed in Illinois, Texas, South Carolina, and luckily they said most likely a lot of other states are going to fall. Nothing in Florida so far.
And this is
Florida
all
has done.
because of commissions, right? This is all about commissions.
Yeah, because the it just has been a monopoly. I mean, let's face it. Down in Ocean City, I just left 2 weeks ago, right?
Okay,
I'm
Ocean
going
City,
back.
by the way, just so people know,
New
he's talking about
Jersey,
Ocean City, New Jersey, not Ocean
right?
City, Maryland. So go
So
ahead.
there's this chapel up in the south end, beautiful little, right at the beach.
Okay.
They as a congregation they sold it for 7.8 million.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So this guy's getting 6%, and they're going to
Yep.
build houses, and he's getting the listing. Now
Right.
you tell me at 6% what this guy did,
Nothing.
other than the buyer probably came there because it was a developer.
Right.
He
Yep.
signed a contract.
Right.
Financing was
So
in
let's
place for a big
see how
developer.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Right.
get
Of
the
course. So
calculation.
I'll give it to you. Hold on. So 7.8 million, right? So
Yep.
7.8 million. 7.8 million. I mean, and they charge the full 6%.
Right, but then double that because
Four
more than
hundred
double.
four. Right. That's four. By the way, that's $468,000
Well,
commission.
it doesn't stop there because he's going to have another 30 million in listings.
And by the way, I guarantee he charged them a broker fee, then he charged them a conveyancing fee, and he nickel and dined them to death with small little fees on top of it. I guarantee it, because they're chasing pigs.
Could you imagine writing a contract and you get paid because it was the easiest sell in the world?
$500,000.
Getting paid, yeah. Can you imagine that?
Right. No, well,
That's part of the problem.
right. And you know what? Guru? When the mortgage business collapsed in '08, they blamed the little guy, the brokers. Oh, they make too much money. They make too much money. You know what we averaged in commissions back in the day? A point to a point and a half. We made about a point and a half on a deal, right? Meanwhile, the realtors are making 6% on it. And we do more of the work. We're the important piece. We're the one getting them the money so that they go to closing.
I've always said this, and this is the secret the realtors have. This is their secret weapon.
Lobbyists.
Lobbyists
up in Washington. That's what they got.
The title companies are complicit too. You know why?
Oh, yeah. Because they own them.
No, well, you get the settlement sheet.
Yep.
Right? When you get that settlement sheet,
yep,
it comes off. If sellers had to write that commission check separately, they took out their checkbook.
Right.
And they had to write 110.
468.
In their own hand.
Yeah.
It would have stopped a long time ago.
Right.
But it's hidden in there, and the people look at their net.
Yeah.
And is it a big nut? But they kind of ignore that because they walk away with a big check.
Right. Yep.
But if they physically had to write it, things would be a lot different.
Listen, let me tell you about a story. I'm going to tell you a story, quick story, okay? Quick story. I was building a house, okay, in Villanova with a partner. 3/4 of an acre, 5-acre house, worth $2 million. Our realtors are saying, put it up at 169. I'm like, why? Why should I? Show me another house in Villanova, 5 bedrooms, 3/4 of an acre flat lot, beautiful neighborhood, 5,200 square feet, brand new construction. Show me where another house for this that I can buy at $2 million, because I can't. But you know what?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. At $1.6 million, here's the numbers. I'm going to do it for you, Guru. You ready for this?
Yeah.
So if they sold it, watch this, okay? So I said it's worth $2 million. I ran all the comps. Okay, now, if I sold it for 169, okay? Now, they were only charging me 5%. Now watch, 5%.
Only.
Okay, yeah, only. That's 84,500. Listen, I could have just put a for sale sign out myself, but I was with a partner. He didn't want to do it. Remember this number, 84,500, okay? Now, I said it was worth $2 million plus times 5%. Okay? That's $100,000. So that's a $15,000 difference. 15,000. There was 3 of them on the team. So it's $5,000 each that they get less for 1.6. But guess, or it's 1.69, so 1.7.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's $300,000 out of
For
my
you.
pocket.
Yeah.
300 grand.
That's the trick that they do.
They didn't want to work.
They negotiate. You don't sell it for 60 days. What's the first thing they do? Not more marketing.
Lower price.
They can't do anything.
Right, lower the price. They're terrible. They're the worst. They're check chasers.
They don't sell properties, buy or sell. They see it on the MLS or they see a sign.
Right.
And they're negotiating. They have one negotiating tactic.
What's that? Price. Lower the price. Right.
That's it. That's their sales pitch. That's it.
Right. Right.
You know, that's where that's at. The other thing, let me just pull this up.
Okay.
You got a minute here.
What are you pulling up now? What are you pulling up, Guru?
Well, the other thing is sales have been the lowest in 13 years.
Well, the rates are smoked. The rates are so high. Yeah. Nobody wants to go. Listen, you've had low interest rates for the last how many years, right? 2-3%. And the problem is people think that's the norm. Okay? That's not the norm, but people think it's the norm.
Well, what's taken a big hit is commercial. Even worse than residential.
No doubt about that.
And there's a lot of vacancies. There's a lot of problems, which brings me to the path of the Golden Triangle.
Okay.
Because there's going to be a lot of creative financing opportunities.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. It's coming up.
Because when you know that, we've been around a long time. When this happens, the opportunities for creative financing, eliminating brokers and going right to the sellers is going to be in an abundance.
Yep.
It's just going to be there. And that's coming.
There's no doubt about that. And the thing, what people have to understand, and this is for all the investors out there, what you need to do, and we talked about this on a different podcast, is the way you're going to be able to do creative financing is it's not by like giving you have to educate the seller, and you have to be able to know, you got to know your audience, and you have to be able to talk to them on their level. Then you have to be able to educate them on specific products. Now, me and you both like the contract for deed. We both love it.
There's
the best. Better. It is by far the best contract out there, bar none. There's nothing better than that. And let me tell you something. I've talked to sellers, and when I've talked to them about this, they're like, how come I've never heard of this? Now, the realtors, it's so funny. I've never heard of it. I'm like, do you know that you need to know this to pass your test? It's in the book to pass your test.
Well, they don't spend any. But you know, the instructors don't spend any.
No, they don't. They don't spend 30 seconds on it. No, they don't. They don't. And that's one of the good things. I'm going to shamelessly plug the Golden Triangle Academy here, right? That's the one good thing. Well, there's a lot of good things, but the one thing that you have to understand with the way that I teach is that I come from the lending side of things. So I know how the money flows, how the system works, how all the programs work, how it all flows, because I had to know all this because that was my life. I was in the lending side of things. Where these clowns are on YouTube, they went to some other guru camp and learned how to do it. Oh, no, look, I'm a super genius. I know creative financing. No, you don't. I put more creative financing deals together than 99% of the gurus that are out there combined.
Well,
I'll put them all together, and I've done more deals.
At some point, there's a back end. At some point, you're going to either have to finance it, flip it, or so you have to know the financing part.
Well, what we call an exit strategy.
Exit strategy. Where did you come up with that?
What's that? That's what it is. I mean, it's your exit strategy, dude. It's only been called that for 100 years.
Anyway, this other...
What kind of guru are you?
I'm not a guru.
Okay. We know that. You're the other guy.
I have Finn here on the couch biting my hand. He's my assistant.
Right,
Um. Anyway, so the other thing was, I get this thing on Facebook.
right.
Um.
Can't wait to hear
That
this.
this deal. This is, they just come up in a reel and they don't tell anything. But here, it has all these bullet points. They're doing this deal, buying a cash flowing 50 unit, a multi-family apartment in Texas.
Right.
We bought
Everything's in
without,
Texas, by the way. Everything's in Texas.
yeah, we bought these without any credit whatsoever, any tax returns, well, no bank involvement, no personal cash,
No
and
personal. There's your thing right there. None of their cash.
personal,
So they went and
right?
got investors.
And zero. I don't know, what does this mean. Zero license. What
You don't have to have a
I'm not.
license. You don't have to have a license.
Oh,
Meaning.
you mean a real? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah. You don't have to have
yeah.
you don't, or you don't have to have. In Philadelphia, you have to have a wholesaler's license. It's like any type of license as like
Right.
an investor. Do you need to be licensed? No,
Well,
you don't need to be licensed.
Texas is like the wild. It is the Wild West. But this is what they're coming up with. But they never.
Right. So what? So the
There's
thing they should say, listen, I bought a 50 unit. Now that 50 unit could be vacant. It could be completely falling apart. It might be cash
yeah.
flowing.
Right.
Okay, cash flowing with what? It's cash flowing because there's no mortgage on it right now, right? But it's dilapidated, falling apart. Nobody tells you the actual details. The only thing they say is, I didn't use any of my own personal funds. Okay, well, whose funds did you use? Because, by the way, who's doing the title report? Are you going to buy a property without title? Who's doing the home inspection? Is that for free? Right? Like, just those two alone is going to cost thousands of dollars. Like,
Yeah, and what's 50 units? I mean, they don't give you the price.
right, they give you nothing. Right, this is my point. But the problem is that they sucker people in. Buy my program and you could do it too. It's such a scam. It's such a scam. Let me ask you a question, Guru. If you owned a 50-unit apartment complex or whatever it was, 50-unit complex, and it's a good property, I mean, it's in good shape, right? It's making money. Are you
Well,
just going to hit?
the cash flow alone would be staggering on a
Okay,
50 unit.
but my point is, are you going to give that property away for free to somebody? Are you going to
No,
just right? Who is?
no.
Well, who
I'm
is?
certainly not going to do it with no money down.
Well, who is? That's my question. Who? Who is? Nobody, right? That's the point.
Unless it's falling apart and I'm
Right.
underwater.
That's exactly right. Unless it's a total piece of crapola, right? That you're
Look,
dying to get rid of it.
if there's 50 units, let's say you get $1,000 a unit, it's 50 grand a month.
Right. Yeah, but what's the sales
Maybe.
price? What's wrong with the
No.
place? Like, see,
Yeah.
that's the thing. They all leave this out. Like, let me tell you something. If you don't do your due diligence on that property, I'm going to tell you, here's a quick story. I got a guy, friend of mine, friend of a friend, good guy, came up to see me, right? Him and his cousin spent $25,000 on a commercial guru guy, right? Commercial guy. They go out and find a same kind of thing, right? They find something in like Oklahoma, one of those places out there, right?
Right.
They each this was not a no money down deal, right? They don't do the proper due diligence. They don't set it up properly, meaning they should have put it in a trust right away, right? And they all thought they were getting this great deal. It's 5 years later, the property's going to foreclosure. These guys lost their shirt. They lost the investors that were in it, all pulled out. Because when you don't know what you're doing, you're just getting yourself into big, big troubles.
Well,
And they thought, oh yeah, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. 25 grand. He's going to be on a podcast soon. Right after the holidays, I'm having him on to talk about the commercial gurus, right, who charge 25, 35,000. The people that are pushing that stuff, the multi-units. Why think small? Think big like me. No money out of my pocket. I got 50 units. Stop the bull. It's bull crap.
Well,
Show the whole deal. Let's see the whole entire deal.
I saw your other podcast with was it Jake?
Jake, yes.
Was it
Jake, yes.
Jake?
Jake
He said he was in a Zoom with 600 people.
with, yeah, that was with
What?
Grant
Uh,
Cardone. Yeah. Now, how was
what the
right?
hell?
Yeah. Now, how was
What are
Grant
you
Cardone?
going to learn? What
How
are you going to
exactly?
learn with
Nothing.
600 people?
Zero. 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 I think it was 300 people.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't think it was
How
600. I
much?
think it was 300.
How much did he pay?
Well, it was 35,000, but he said, "Can I do a payment plan?" They said, "Yeah, 5 grand a month," right? And he shelled out the first five, and he just knew after that first time, he was getting ripped off, and he bailed out. He saw a video of mine talking about roadkill, right? Don't be
Right.
roadkill.
I
Don't go to
I
these.
saw that.
And
He's a sharp guy.
yeah, he's well. Yeah, he's a
But
retired army guy. You know, he was in the
yeah.
military. He's a sharp guy. He's a
But
good guy.
my question is,
Well, he knew it. He knew if you got 300 people in a room
how did they
on a
get
Zoom
five
call,
thousand off him? Oh,
yeah, yeah. How are you going to
it's
learn? You
crazy.
can't.
To me, it's unconscionable to take
Right.
that type of money off. So yeah, five
Exactly.
thousand a month.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised they put them on the Zoom call because they probably lost about 100. Stop.
It's
Is he liable for it? Is he liable for that debt?
no. No, because he didn't never signed a contract or anything like that. So
Oh,
no.
okay.
And they let him out of it. Right. But here's the thing. Right. The guy, what he does is he needs to buy property because he takes care of the mentally disabled and the mentally challenged. Right.
I got
Okay.
just
Right.
that. So he has money behind him.
He's got money behind him, and here's what we talked about, right? So in his situation, he came to me, joined the Golden Trial Academy. Guess what? He's now within 3 months. He's got a 10-acre parcel under contract. It's halfway through its entitlements, or 3/4 of the way done its entitlement stage, right? We're going to get 14 lots out of it, and he's going to put modular homes on there. Plop, 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 fizz, fizz. Instant millionaire. Now. But can that happen with everybody? Yes and no.
Is he holding or?
Yeah, he's holding them. He's holding them. He needs to put his
And
people in there. Yeah.
Then the government pays.
Yeah. Now I got him 90% financing, but he had a couple $100,000 to put down. The project's a $5 million project, right? Because we're developing 10 acres. Now,
right.
He's got the money.
You got to put the infrastructure and the utilities
Yes.
and everything.
Yeah. Now he's paying for the lot, $300,000 out of pocket.
Sure.
He's already
Right.
put another $100,000 just in engineering cost, right? He'll have another $100,000 in other costs. So there's his $500,000 that he needs his 10%. But you got to understand, he has that, right? And don't think just because, okay, he has no experience, but he's got a guy like me guiding him.
Yeah.
If he didn't have me, he'd be done. Grant Cardone could have not done. Now, I'm not telling you if Grant Cardone took him by the hand, he could have. But is Grant Cardone going to take that guy by his hand for 35 grand? No. He won't even get his cell phone. Are you kidding me?
No.
They're a marketing machine. That's all they are. They're a marketing machine.
I've done 6 developments from 10 lots to 400.
Right.
And it's not an easy thing if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
If you don't know what you're doing,
right,
you could lose. The money could be pouring.
Yes. He's in his due diligence stage, and it's fine. And this is going to be a grand slam for him. But you're right. Yeah. If you don't know what you're doing, you're sunk. And and Guru, how many of those? I think there was 300 on that call with Grant Cardone. Out of those 300, how many of those do you think are actually going to get their lives changed by that guy? Just sitting on a Zoom call, listening to how deals get done. Do you honestly think that? Zero, right? Oh. None of them. None of them.
You know what you said in the past, what I've said, we talked. The only person making money on that Zoom call is Cardone.
It's Cardone. That's it.
And
that's it.
And
his minions.
Whoever.
Yeah, the salespeople. Yeah. Exactly. That's it.
Whoever he has.
That's it. He's the only guy making money, right? And listen, when he goes on his YouTube and talks about buy this property with nothing more than a couple $100 in your pocket, he's talking about a master lease, which a master lease in commercial is a contract for deed. That's all that it is.
And what's the biggest master lease ever done?
I think it was the Empire State Building. You're welcome.
Yeah, you told me that.
Well, look it up. It's
Yeah,
the truth.
you're right. But what is his marketing budget to get all these stiffs to sign up?
Huge,
That's my
huge.
question.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
come
huge,
on.
huge. It's huge.
Ah,
It's huge. It's huge. I wouldn't doubt he spends close to $1 million a year, if not more, on his marketing.
no, I think more than that.
I
Is he
wouldn't
near
listen.
the end? How long has he been around?
Well, he's getting sued now because listen, there's only a certain amount of people that you can.
Lawsuit. It just rolls in
Right.
all the suits.
It's just like all of them. Once they find out you're a fraud, and the word gets out that hey, you're going to spend $35,000, what do you get out of it? Nothing, right?
Nothing.
The word gets around, right?
What
The
did he
word,
get? Well, he lost 5,000. He got nothing out of it.
nothing, zero,
Nothing.
nothing,
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
You know, now is the time. Now is the time to get involved because you will be on the precipice of
I agree.
something
It's
big.
changing.
I'm
Right.
telling you.
I agree with you.
And you know
I
what?
agree.
And it's better. It's not like 2008, which took everybody down. What this is going to do is this is going to just present opportunities, and you have to be in the position. You have to show up and do it because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
80% of success is showing
Yes.
up.
Showing up. Yeah. Yes. And see
You're not going to
thing,
sit at home and wishing and hoping and
right.
dreaming. Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to be this. That's not going to do it.
It's kind of funny you say
But
that
it's
because
not.
it's one of the things that I say. Sorry, one of the things I say all the time. What's your plan? What if you don't have an actual plan, a blueprint of where you're going to be in 5 years? All you have is a wish, a hope, and a wish. Oh,
Yeah.
I hope things are going to change. Boy, I surely wish that things will help me. Something will help me.
No.
That's all you got. And when I talk about the Golden
Yeah.
Triangle Academy, another shameless plug, right, is that I educate you on exactly what you're talking about. Not only the creative financing, but all the different types of financing so
Yeah.
that you're in a position for when the market changes, you have the knowledge to go out and do it.
You know, and you and I, and when you go to real estate school, realtors,
Yeah.
and I know for a fact, you know what these instructors do?
They just
They
they're
read.
yeah,
They
from the
no, they
book.
actually read the book. They read it.
Right.
Whereas
It's
if you go to the Golden Triangle, you're not reading from a
no,
book.
no, we're teaching no. There is no
I
book.
mean, I
It's
tell you, I'm not like you. I'm not bashing him, but I'll tell you, there's a handful of realtors I know that I can recommend. That's it.
right.
That is it.
Yeah, but you
Most of them,
listen. There you go, though.
most of
You
them
got a
are
handful.
absolutely they're stiff.
But what I'm
They're
saying is,
literally stiff.
but what I'm saying is, you only got a handful of them. That's a shame. You should be able to recommend all of them. But they're check chasing whores, is what they are. They don't care about their client. They only
don't know.
care about their commission.
The
I've been
last
dealing
thing
with
you
them
said,
for 35, 40 years. They're all the same. They're just, listen, my sister's a realtor. She's not a check. There are some good ones. There are. They're few. They're hard to find. When you do, you better hold on to them tight, right? Because the other ones.
Vinny, that's all they do. They only work for commission. They don't go and buy homes or
They
invest
don't care
or
about their
develop. They don't
clients.
do that. They
Right.
don't. Listen, I know a lot of realtors. I know a few, and one at the beach is great. And anybody needs him, I'll recommend him.
Right. Okay,
But
so you got a
most of
good
them
one.
really, most of them are coming from failed careers. It's
Yes.
their second or third career.
Yeah.
They
Right.
don't-
Or they're
they,
soccer.
you know,
I call them soccer moms, right? And I'm talking,
yeah, like-
and I don't mean that in a disparaging way, right? My sister's what I call a soccer mom coach. She's 2 kids. Her husband, who I got into the business, makes a lot of money. He's the VP at doing commercial financing, right? So he makes good money. And she was a stay-at-home mom. And she's like, what am I going to do? Well, she got a real estate license. Now, she made great money. Don't get me wrong. She was making 200 grand a year herself, and
Right.
she did care about her clients. She didn't chase checks. She didn't have to. But what I'm talking about is that she got into it because she was bored. And a lot of people and that's what I call the soccer moms. They're bored with their life. It gives them something to do. There's a lot of them out there,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
what all I want them to do is care about their clients. That's what. Care about your client.
Well, that's Herculean. I don't think that's going to happen, and especially with this suit.
But that's
That
why they got sued.
that's why they're in deep trouble, and it's going to be 5 billion, and it's going to thread out a lot of agents, and it's
Yep.
going to take 30% of their income. Even the ones that stay in, they're going to get hit by. They say 30. I might say 40.
So, Guru, what do you
They're going to lose.
think? What do you think the outcome is going to be? Like, what do you, like? What's the ultimate goal of this lawsuit? To lower their commissions? To do what? What's the ultimate goal here?
The ultimate goal is
To be able to
make it better for
negotiate?
the consumer,
Okay.
consumer to pay less of a commission.
Okay.
And I don't think they intended it with the lawsuit, but it is going to weed out these
Yeah.
these
But why though?
part-timers.
But why though? But why?
Because they're unprofessional.
Okay.
They don't have experience.
Are they in it just for the money? Are they in it just for the money?
Yeah,
They're check chasers. Yeah.
They
Check
don't
chasers.
take it serious. You know,
Right.
I know one guy down in Ocean City. This guy's been stealing money for decades. Decades.
Right.
You know, up in Pennsylvania. He's not the realtor in down the
Okay.
beach.
Right.
And this guy is as lazy as the day is long. He really, really is. Now he's in his mid 60s now, but
Right.
he's done more damage, so he's gotten his money, and
Right.
that's it.
You know what's
But,
Guru? Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this one. Right? When you talk about lazy and stuff like that. So in class, right? We bought a speaker, and we have an app that when we call, we can record the calls. Now we tell everybody, hey, the call's going to be recorded for educational purposes only, right? And sometimes they'll say, please don't record, and we don't, right? But we'll listen to the conversation so I can educate my students on how to speak to people. So we try to record all the. Let me tell you something. We start making calls, right? Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times we would call, leave a message, and not hear back for 2 or 3 days, right?
Oh yeah.
How do you sell a house and not?
See, this is a secret with realtors. It's A buyers, B buyers, or sellers, and they determine if you're not getting calls back, you might be a C or a D. So it's not a priority. Believe me.
Right.
If someone calls and says, "I want to list my house," they'll be
running
over.
Right.
So
but I'm talking, we were buyers. No, but we're calling as a buyer. Hey, we're calling about your property at 123 Main Street, right? Can you please call me back as soon as possible, right? We never hear back. And we're like, how can they? And we wonder why the house is on the market for 6 to 9 months in the seller's market? Because maybe you got a realtor that doesn't care.
It doesn't care, or they're part-time, like I said.
Right.
Maybe they have another job. See, this is one of the problems with realtors. They have another job.
Yeah.
Some of them just can't afford to be full-time.
Right.
So they're moonlighting somewhere else.
Right.
Maybe they just don't get their messages for a
Right.
while. So who knows?
Well,
are we almost done here? Or we
got a couple more minutes and then we're going to wrap up.
Okay.
We got another 2 minutes, but we'll wrap it up with that.
And we'll do it back. I'll be back in Northeast early this week.
Okay.
And,
all right.
And we also have.
That'll give me. Well, hold on. That'll give me enough time, Mr. Guru, to say to the people, hey, listen, if you like us, please subscribe. And I'm going to play our nice subscribe button for everybody. So if you like us, hit the, I don't know what you do. You hit the subscribe button, you hit the like button, you hit the, the bell, whatever it is. So if you do like us, please come join us. And because we're going to be giving you guys lots of good content So
Yeah.
lots of real
And
good content.
if anybody wants us to talk about anything, leave something in the
Well,
comments.
you did
We'll
say
do
we were going to
whatever you
talk
want.
about subject to financing, but
Yeah, yeah,
I guess this realtor thing's on your mind. So let's do
yeah.
that for
That's
next.
because
I
I
got
think
you.
it's huge. I
It
think
is huge. It
it
is
hasn't
huge.
hit the
This is
public
a
yet.
game
It really
changer.
hasn't.
This is a
Yeah,
total game changer. It is
yeah,
a game changer, right? There's no doubt about it. It's a game changer.
yeah. See, it's like the emperor has no clothes now. The
Yes.
public
Yeah.
will see that
Yes. And no,
they
right.
just
And they,
don't, they don't
yep.
have it.
You're right. They were uneducated. They didn't care. They didn't write the check, so they didn't know.
Well, yeah.
But
If you're
now they're learning.
like I said, can you imagine you're sitting at a settlement table and you have to write a check for 80 separate. I'm going to
Right.
write it to Joe Joan Realtor. 80,000. Wouldn't you think I'm getting ripped off? This guy
Yes.
just wrote up a contract and
Right.
saw through the settlement.
Yep. Yeah. Terrible, right? Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Terrible.
So
All right,
anyway,
Guru. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for swinging by. Right? Next week, we'll talk about subject to financing. I got you. They're getting
okay.
ready. You got to run
Yeah,
as well. I got you.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
listen, we're wrapping it up. So go enjoy. I'll see you next week. Everybody, we'll see all you guys next week. Have a good one. Take care.
All right.
Later.
See you, man.
See ya. See ya, bud. Bye.
Bye.